Prima donna motherfucker? Did he give a reason? Because this makes me look like a real asshole. His sweater was at the dry cleaner. You trying to tell me he didn't have anything else he could wear? Not even another sweater? Fucking appearance clauses. Well, shit. What are we gonna do now? Surprise, eh? Okay, I can rock that. Fine, let's hit it.
Are you ready?
We're back at you again this week. Episode 4 of the Fantasy Football Monsters. As always, I am the host that sucks the most blood on murder. Morty is off howling at the moon or whatever wishes do around full moons. But I'm once again joined by the host that also sucks the most. Only this time it's just because he sucks. Jimmy. What the hell, man? That was a shitty intro. But yeah, I'm Jimmy, and we're once again gonna be talking fantasy football and Frankenstank. You better believe it. Though apparently, there's a secret guest coming, so I don't know if we're supposed to wait or keep going or what. Alright, well, I guess we'll just fire off. So Jimmy, since it's just you and I here, and I have absolutely no love for you at all, I figured we cover the two monsters that nobody had any love for at all in the drafts. In 8 drafts, these were the only 2 that were drafted exactly 0 times. So let's see why. Fair enough. I'll take Jason Voorhees. I like him. He's quiet. In this case, too quiet. Since he doesn't like people hooking up around him when played, he prevents a player from playing 2 players from the same team that week and can only be used once. Did I read that right? Holy shit. That's fucking wrong to have that ability on this monster, because it is complete garbage. Did they really think anyone would take this? To make it even remotely playable, the ability would need to be like Freddy's and work every single week. Then at least you're having a possible impact. But there will be weeks that you'll have absolutely no impact because they naturally split amongst different teams. Yeah, even every week I think this thing still doesn't get played. They gotta rework this card somehow, because it is hands down the single worst one in the game. Our other dud is the Fly. This card gives a 50% bonus to a single player for points gained by receptions. But it has to be played before the games. I mean, get a player like Justin Jefferson, and maybe this is playable a little, but the boost is too low, and it's unpredictable when you'll need it. This is way worse than monsters like Dracula or Frankenstein, and they didn't even get taken in every league. Make it playable after the games are played, or jack the boost up to 100%, or something, and maybe we got something worth playing. Or even multiple weeks on a player with a smaller boost would be good. This just fell way short of the mark.
Someone say my name?
Holy shit! Holy shit! It's him! It's him!
Yes, Frank. Here.
Fucking legend! I mean, Freddy's great and all, but he only goes back to the 80s. This motherfucker's legacy is over 200 years old. I'm speechless. Even better! Ha ha!
Talk football.
Absolutely, Mr. Stein. Do you mind if I call you Frank?
It's cool.
Okay, we're going to get to calling out some of the best and worst Frankenstank drafts here in a minute. I wanted to cover a topic I'm calling first round fades.
What? That.
These are players that would have been drafted by a lot of people in the first, maybe second or third round, but now it's looking like that wasn't so good for whatever reason.
Like Jonathan Taylor.
Yes, good one. He's completely shit-canned the first 4 weeks, and who knows what happened after that. I think he's completely unreliable now. Cooper Kupp? You okay, dude? Not really. Explain later. Just go on without me. I pretty much pretend like you're not here anyway. But yeah, Cooper Kupp is another one that went first round of most normal drafts, and by the second even in Superflex drafts, and that's looking real sus.
Hamstring injury. A bitch.
Yeah, they said he's day-to-day while off seeing a specialist. Ain't no motherfucker seeing a specialist is day-to-day. He ain't playing week 1, and with this kind of injury, he could very easily miss more time, and even re-injure it if he comes back too fast.
Cooper. Bust.
Yeah, if I took him early, I am definitely not happy right now. He's still a playmaker if he gets back on the field, but if I did a draft today, I wouldn't go any earlier than 4th or even 5th round. Doesn't matter how good you are if you're not on the field.
Jackson. Smith. Nijigba. And Jerry. Judy.
Not really first rounders, but definitely people that are being drafted for starting lineups. Nijigba broke his wrist. Looks like he'll be fine, though no shock if he doesn't suit up week 1. I'm not fading him based on this at all. Judy, though, like Kupp, has a hammy injury too. The difference here, though, is 6 years and about 4 or 5 rounds. At 24, Judy's likely to bounce back a lot faster than Kupp is. He's also being drafted far enough back that it's not as devastating. That said, he's still going to start the season on the bench, so maybe fade about a round. If he's around at late 6 or 7, I'm happy to get him there.
What next?
Well, we're going to talk some Frankenstank draft results.
Frank. No. Stink. I use deodorant.
No, it's not like that. It's just a name that kind of had you as an inspiration. Plus, it's the Toilets and Titles guys who came up with it, not us.
Don't care. Fuck this. Frank. Out.
Frank, don't! Oh damn. He moves pretty quick for a big guy. He got the fuck out quick. He's gone? Yeah, we already had a wimp in Mortimer. What the fuck is up with you? Tell you later. Let's cover drafts. Whatevs. Sure. So getting a good team involves the skill to know where to draft someone and the luck of drafting with people who don't know what they're doing and let the goods make their way through. So just because we say you had a good draft doesn't mean we think you're good. Your division might just suck. Indeed. So when we did this, we initially hid division names and player names because we didn't want there to be any bias. Yeah, for me the first one comes from the actual Frankenstank division. This guy had a hell of a lot of luck, turned into a fucking great team. Yeah, this is one where you take what the draft gives you, and they give him some great ones. So, Mechagodzilla the Drilla, fuck, I just like saying that name. Mechagodzilla the Drilla. Doesn't do anything for me. This dude got Gibbs at 10, then took Richardson in the second. Maybe one of the best 1-2 combos I saw in the entire league. Chase over McCaffrey in the third, which was fine since he already had Gibbs. Then Dak in the fourth, and the QBs are sealed. Stephon Diggs still there for the 5th round was nice, and Ramondre in the 6th kept a nice balance. 3 of the next 4 were all solid wide receivers in Godwin, Judy, and Cooks. But you know what I liked about him? He could have had Dracula in round 9, but he took Frank instead. You suck. Whatever. I'll overlook that lapse in judgment. He got Njoku to round out the full team, and then the rest of the draft went well for him. I like that he picked up one of my sleepers in Baker Mayfield round 13. Your sleeper? Bitch, I got him in the 15th round of my division. Whatever. Who do you got? I'm jumping to Creature from the staff bathroom because it had one of the biggest mind fucks in the whole league. How so? 6 monsters were drafted in all 8 leagues. Of those 6 monsters, all of them were drafted by the second round in all of those leagues. All except one. Pennywise, who went first round in 3 and second round in 4, didn't go until the motherfucking 8th round here. We'll cover what he does later, but trust me, whatever hypnotic spell he put on everyone is some serious shit I need.
Oh, fuck. Yes, it was the 10th monster off the board. How the hell did that happen? However it did, it was good for him to be able to focus on players early.
Known professionally as Captain Madrigal's Leviathan and drafting from the 8th slot, they went solid known with Olave in the 1st, is apparently riding the picket train in the 2nd, opting away from any rookies.
Well, his mindfuck didn't stop there. After getting Cheetah, he got Fields in round 4. I don't know if the guy ahead of him owed him money or something, but he took Daniel Jones over Fields.
For reference, Danny Dimes only went in round 3 of 3 other drafts, and every one of those was 12th pick. That was a fucking gift.
After snagging Andrews slightly after ADP, he took Taylor later than anyone else did.
As we discussed earlier, that may or may not work, but got him late enough it's a reasonable pick. Plus, he did a good job making sure he was covered.
Besides Pennywise, 3 of his next 4 picks and 4 of his next 6 were all running backs, getting Sanders, Herbert, and Dillon, plus Eli Mitchell in the 13th.
Adding Godwin and Smith-Schuster and another disciple of the Church of Mayfield, and we have a team that shouldn't exist, but does. Well done.
We're gonna cover more good teams later, but who won for the worst draft?
Oh, this one is super easy. There are some real stinkers, but one easily took the cake.
Yeah, it wasn't even hard for me.
Let's say who on 3. 1, 2, 3. Man Bear Pig. I don't know what the hell was going on here, but as for this guy picking 8th in the invisible urinal division, if you had a league MVP for sucking, this team gets it.
The dude didn't even draft a full team. For one, he doesn't have a single tight end. Second, he doesn't have a second QB in a super flex league.
Out of 95 other teams, 95 of them drafted a tight end, and 94 of them drafted a second QB. The one who didn't, well, we're not calling out names, but they should be happy for Man Bear Pig because their team is a little sus too.
Yeah, MVP also took Frankenstein off the board round 1 as the 5th monster picked. And it's not like he was forced to. He didn't have to take one until the 11th round.
In no other draft did Frank go earlier than the 7th monster off the board. He wasn't even one of the monsters drafted in all 8 drafts.
Wasn't in your division that kept it from being all 8?
Damn straight. I mean, a couple donks did take some significantly worse monsters in the later rounds, but yeah, no sweep for Frank.
Plus, we're monsters, but not a monster like this. This motherfucker straight skipped 2 picks. I fucking love that no pick means you have an empty slot. Should always be that way. Hardcore drafting, bitches.
Plus, it's fucking rude. He ran out an 8-hour timer twice. Sure, he got some decent running backs and wide receivers, but nothing to write home about with Aaron Jones being his RB1 and the now hamstrung Cooper Kupp as his wide receiver 1. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
If we didn't mention your team this week, don't you worry with games starting. We're going to be talking about lots of you coming up.
Okay, now tell me about that Franken breakdown you had.
Well, I may have paid a visit to Frank's family recently.
How?
Like this. And this. And this.
Hey Frank, you fucking snowflake. Guess where I'm laying right now? Yup. I'm over here with your mom and your dad.
Oh, I can see how you might not want him.
Frank forgot pen. What the fuck?
It's not what it looks like. Bullshit. It's exactly what it looks like.
Motherfucker. I'll kill you again.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. So for Von Murder, I'm Jimmy, reminding you not to show pictures of dead relatives to your guests. The clothes is my thing. Ah, fuck it. This will be fun to watch. Ha ha!